Black power for black people.
Black power for black people.
Brown power for brown people.
Brown power for brown people.
Red power for red people.
Red power for red people.
Yellow power for yellow people.
Yellow power for yellow people.
White power for white people.
White power for white people.
Women power for women.
Women power for women.
Immigrant power for immigrants.
Immigrant power for immigrants.
Proletariat power to the proletariat.
Proletariat power to the proletariat.
And workers of the world unite.
And workers of the world unite.
So last time we were here, we made it clear that we were very disturbed and bothered by what prosecutor Christopher Becker did regarding the Daquan Trey Johnson investigation.
Shame.
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 Too often,
Shame.
whenever law enforcement kills or unalive a civilian or a person, especially black people and brown people and targeted groups, prosecutors come out and act as if they're not prosecutors, but defense attorneys for the police. And then they say, oh, you know, we're not going to do anything. And most of us get discouraged. Most of the people, you know, back away. Some of the family members cry and feel defeated without understanding that these are just opinions. This is not something ultimate. It's not a final dynamic. What Becker did was unethical. Was it unethical?
Yes.
Was it unethical?
Yes.
Not only was it unethical, but if you actually look at laws and procedures in this state, it was prosecutorial misconduct.
Yes.
And not only was it prosecutorial misconduct, he actually had a bias, but it was in favor of the police.
Yes.
It was in favor of law enforcement. Not only was it in favor of law enforcement, it acted against. I'm gonna get that path. That's unnecessarily going. But not only was it in favor of law enforcement, it acted against the people that his office says he's supposed to protect victims. Is that not what he says? Is that not what the actual prosecutor's officers state? Do they not state they're supposed to protect victims? Is that not the case?
Yes.
Okay, so what did he do? We had to sit there and watch a video of him acting like he was a defense attorney, telling us we saw things that didn't exist. When we look at the medical examiner's report, there's no gun reported and Daquan's personal effects. That there's nothing there, but we had to sit down and watch him act like a defense attorney, and then unethically and really in the most craziest way talk about another case being the reason why he would not pursue charges.
Shame.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Shame.
So we wanted to be clear, number one, that Becker was voted in as a prosecutor. He didn't earn it. He was, I mean, they may say he earned a vote, but he was voted in. That means the people got him there. And when the people get you somewhere, the people can get you the hell out as well. All power to the people. All power to the people. All power to the people. So our next steps will be in Lansing, and we'll be at this juncture dealing with the Attorney General's office. This will be dealing with actually having Becker recused.
Yes.
Number one. Can I have recusal?
Recusal.
And to actually have the appropriate actions and complaints for prosecutorial misconduct. Can we say misconduct? Misconduct. And we will not let any stones go unturned in the pursuit of justice. But what we want, nobody wants their son, their brother, their child, their husband, their spouse, their boyfriend, their girl, whatever the dynamic is, to die. We don't want that to happen.
Never.
However, Daquan's murder will not be in vain. I say Daquan's murder will be a precedent for how we will, throughout anytime old racist police, pro-police, bigot like Becca as a prosecutor says they're not going to charge someone, we the people will step up and make sure that whatever decision they make, that the right decision will always be made on behalf of the people. There's no way possible you can see what happened to Daquan and say that Christopher Carlson and Austin DeCavers, who were the officers, the primary officers involved in his murder, did not kill him and was not in any type of fear of their life. What we saw was a man on the ground being pinned down, one of the bastards with their foot on his one arm. The other one got his arm so far up his back, it's darn near or damn near to his neck. And then they shoot him 3 times, once in the shoulder, the other in the back, and the other 10 inches from the top of his head, which means to the back of their head, at the 3rd and 4th vertebrae, if I'm not mistaken.
Shame!
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 And then the sick part is that we watched the video with him say, hey, you see the gun, you see it? And then the actual pig says, you know, I saw a nozzle. How the hell could you see a nozzle at your face when both of the man's hands couldn't even scratch his head? Shame! Shame! Shame!
Shame!
And what kind of prosecutor would carry out such a lie? A blatant lie, right in our face. And just sit there and say, well, you know, I'm not going to do anything because what happened in Loyola case and what happened in this case and what happened in that. You nowhere in America, not just in criminal law, you can't even do that in civil law. Cite a case. I'm not talking about case law. I'm just saying as an attorney or whatever you're supposed to be, prosecutor, whatever, and cite a case and say that's not why you're going to do it. The two don't even go together. That's like somebody robbed the corner store and then somebody robs another store and you be like, you know, I'm not even going to worry about what they doing because in that other case where they robbed the store, you know, nothing happened. Each situation is different, and the law is the law, and justice is important, and justice must prevail. And justice for Daquan.
Justice for Daquan.
Justice for Daquan.
Justice for
Daquan.
Justice for
Daquan.
Justice for Daquan.
Now, a major thing that we're doing with this is a part of our work is dealing with the suspension of the Grand Rapids Police Department K9 unit. It is savage and unethical.
Yes.
They train their dogs to bite people in their jugular vein and in their face. So what that means is they train them to kill.
Yes.
That is unethical. You cannot weaponize canines. That's not how they ever were supposed to be trained. So absolutely, it is unconstitutional. It is a crime against humanity. And when you target certain ethnic groups with that, it's definitely genocide. And at the rate black people in this country is being targeted by law enforcement, I've gave previous citations before, which is empirical and not anybody making up anything. Every 28 to 34 hours in this country, black people are killed by law enforcement in this country. That's not a myth. That's not a joke. That's not, you know, propaganda. Those are facts. So in Grand Rapids, the Grand Rapids Police Department is totally horrible with their conduct and behavior. And to have dogs bite people in their neck, bite them in their face, crush in their face, you're talking about people who are supposed to have due process.
Yes.
And when people say, well, you know, why do you know, what if, you know, Christopher Carlson and DeCavers was really in, they have a pattern. The same way when someone is arrested, they're like, you know, they got a pattern, they stole 30 cars before, they got a pattern. They have a pattern.
Yes.
What kind of pattern does Christopher Carlson have? One day there was a black man who actually just got out the hospital. He lit a cigarette up. Christopher Carlson says, gun! And they open fire on this man. An innocent man who did nothing except was getting ready to smoke a cigarette. One day, Austin DeCavers, who got the little vicious dog Rocco, he saw a young, underage, meaning a child, brown child, Hispanic child, and he sicked his dog on him. So they have a history of this barbarism. They have a history of this savagery. They have a history of this brutality. They have a history of this unethical, of this criminalistic, of what I said, savagery, crimes against humanity, genocide, and ethnic cleansing, and the violations of the human rights of the people. And we, the people, will not tolerate this. All power to the people. 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 When I say recusal, you say Becca. Recusal. Recusal, Becca. When I say recuse, you say Becca. Recuse. Recuse. When I say recuse, you say Becca. Recuse. Recuse. When I say resign, you say Becca. Resign. Resign. All power to the people. 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 Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Whole streets. Our streets. Whole streets. Our streets. Whole streets. Our streets. Whole streets. Our streets. No Nazis. No KKK. No fascist USA. Say what? No Nazis. No KKK. No fascist USA. Say what? No Nazis. No KKK. No fascist USA. Say what? No Nazis. No KKK. No fascist USA. Whole streets. Our streets. Whole streets. Our streets. Whole streets. Our streets. Whole streets. Our streets. Now we have a saying in the Panther tradition, but we traditionally say off the pigs, we say fuck the pigs today. I'm going to say that slogan, and when I say no more brothers in jail, fuck the pigs, and I'm going to throw ice up in there too in a little bit, but I'm going to start off with that. So let's go. No more brothers in jail. Fuck the pigs. The pigs are going to catch hell. Fuck the pigs. No more pigs in our community. Fuck the pigs. No more pigs in our community. Fuck the pigs. No more pigs in our community. Fuck the pigs. No more pigs in our community. Fuck the pigs. The revolution has come. Fuck the pigs. Time to pick up the gun. Fuck the pigs. No more pigs in our community. Fuck the pigs. No more pigs in our community. Fuck the pigs. No more immigrants detained. It's gonna be fuck out. No more immigrants detained. ICE is gonna get hell. No more ICE in our community. Fuck ICE. No more ICE in our community. Fuck ICE. Next is fuck Trump. No more fascists in charge. Fuck Trump. No more fascists in charge. Fuck Trump. No more fascists in our community. Fuck Trump. No more fascists in our community. Fuck Trump. When I say people, you say power. People. Power. People. Power. When I say people, you say power. People. Power. People. Power. All power to the people. 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 And I also want to make this clear. We did everything professionally and ethically on our end.
Yes.
We sent the 30-day notice
Yes.
to Becker's office.
Yes.
We even BCC'd the media, and I don't think they know we did that. Every step of what we did, we also BCC'd United Nations Human. We BCC'd everybody that needed to know what we were doing, including some attorneys as well. That happened to be very close comrades of mine. And we also certified mail the 30 days. We did this matching the 30 days. We contacted their office over and over again. We set up a town hall meeting, not only them and commissioners as well. And what it is that, from what I heard, I won't say who told me in Becker's office, is that he doesn't know what to do. That he's like afraid. And to me, he's a coward.
Coward.
To me, he's a coward.
Step down. Recuse.
Yes. To me, he don't know what he's doing. He's supposed to be an attorney, but he act like he don't know what the law truly is. Or to be honest with you, he probably just felt that they don't know anything. They don't know what to do. But we know quite well what to do. Shame on him. Shame. 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 So we ethically gave him 30 days. He didn't do anything at all. He's very, like they say, he's afraid, but I see why he should be afraid. Because if you actually understand what he did, this man who's supposed to be a prosecutor did a video and dictated things that trying to dictate to our eyes what our eyes clearly can see is not what he's saying. You see a gun here, ain't no gun there. You see this, you see that. Like I said, citing cases that have nothing to do with it, and having a bias in favor of the police and against the people. So everything he did beyond that, carrying a lie about a gun that we clearly can say did not exist. All of that is illegal. So
Yes.
not only should Becker and will the actions be made for him to be recused, the actions be made for his law license and his position to be dealt with and have more unethical reason contributory misconduct, but it's also criminal.
Yes.
It's criminal.
Charge him.
That means his ass needs to be in jail along with Carlson and along with the case.
Yes.
Can we say jail Becker?
Jail Becker.
Jail Becker.
Jail Becker.
Jail Becker.
Jail Becker.
Jail Becker. Now here's the situation. Everybody, there's not a person that exists that doesn't have a check and balance on them. The police does and the prosecutor does. And like I said, too often we've been led to believe that their opinion is the last word. So again, this particular dynamic with Daquan Johnson is the precedent that no longer anywhere in America will we allow prosecutors to play with our emotions. If there is clear, factual, actual evidence that we all saw, somebody was attacked, a dog all in their face, them shot 3 times while they're on the ground, that is clearly murder.
Murder.
Murder. Did we not see murder?
Murder.
Murder.
Execution.
Was it murder?
Murder.
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 Murder. Murder. Murder. Christopher, when I say Christopher Carlson, you say murderer. Christopher Carlson. 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 Murderer. When I say Austin DeCavers, you say murderer. Austin DeCavers. Murderer. When I say Austin DeCavers. Murderer. Austin DeCavers. Murderer. Austin DeCavers. Murderer. Austin DeCavers. Murderer. When I say Becker, you say criminal. Becker. Criminal. Becker. Criminal. Becker. Criminal. Becker. Criminal. Shame. 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 No more fascists in charge. Fuck Trump, but that's all good. We're gonna roll this way. No Nazis, no KKK, no fascist USA. Say what? No Nazis, no KKK, no fascist USA. Say what? No Nazis, no KKK, no fascist USA. No Nazis, no KKK, no fascist USA. Say what? No Nazis, no KKK, no fascist USA. No more brothers in jail. The pigs are gonna catch hell. No more pigs in our community. No more pigs in our community. The revolution has come. Time to pick up the gun. No more pigs in our community. No more pigs in our community. When I say that, you say the fascism. That. Justice for Daquan. 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 All power to the people. 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 So what I'm going to do is actually cite some of the actual laws that and procedures that Becker actually violated, and that we actually will be citing in our complaint and also citing in his recusal. You give me 1 second, I'll get to it. Okay, here we go. All power to the people. 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 Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. So first and foremost, Michigan Attorney General Grievance Commission will be dealing with that against Becker for professional misconduct, starting with 2, Dana Nisa, the Attorney General of Michigan. Number 1, Michigan Rules of Professional Conduct 3.8, Special Responsibilities of a Prosecutor. So what is it? Has he violated? Clearly, Michigan Rules of Professional Conduct 3.8, Special Responsibilities of a Prosecutor. Michigan Rules of Professional Conduct 8.4, Professional Misconduct. Michigan Court Rule 9.100 ET-SEQ governing the attorney discipline system and the jurisdiction of the Michigan Attorney Grievance Commission. MCL 4D9.160 concerning appointment of a prosecutor attorney pro tempore in circumstances authorized by Michigan law. So these are in the formal request for recusal and appointment of an independent prosecutor. So these are the actual actions that we are currently at. We gave them time. We gave them proper notice. And I think 30 days was too long. Do y'all think 30 days too long?
Too long.
We should have gave them 72 hours.
Yeah.
And as we stated, today, there's phases to not being nice, by the way. So this is like the first time we came, we was nicer. So today, we a little less nicer. This is going to Lansing, and we're going to be a little less nicer. And we're going to be, through the steps of revolutionary action, less nicer. And as someone had cited before, we will be peaceful, but we also believe in self-defense. We also believe in enforcing self-defense. And here's what I like to state. You have a lot of people who say a lot of things that I have to cite. One of my elders, who's no longer alive right now, Huey P. Newton. All power to the people.
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 Huey P. Newton taught us that when it comes to revolution, the vanguard is not reactionary. Huey P. Newton taught us that when we just mildly and loosely say, hey, let's burn it down, let's do this and let's do that, that we put the people's lives in danger. Because in a true revolution, you have to have things set up for what it is that you're doing. If you're going to do some of that, you need to have everything set up properly. And there is a time and place for everything. Huey P. Newton taught us that not only is it reactionary, he also taught us that sometimes people who do that are provocateurs. We believe in force. We believe in using, I'm saying, very, very, very fatal force, but only in self-defense and only for the rights of the people, which means, and I'm telling you this, and they can count me on it, I'm saying that now. Sometimes the people may say it's like, how would I say it? They may say it's not irresponsible what I'm about to say. Sometimes people have me come somewhere. And sometimes it could be on the moment, on the spot, and I'm available. And sometimes it may not be, it may just be me. And they're like, why do you do that? The reason why I do that, I'm going to just say this much, not to give out internal information. But anybody you may see me with all the time amongst us, I just want you to know we're trained a certain kind of way. I'm a movement by myself, but definitely a force when we together. But I'm saying this part, and I want Becca to know that. I want Trench to know that. I want the mayor to know that. Everybody to know. Just know this. I am not violent. I am not a terrorist. I am not a criminal. And I don't believe in any of that. But I do believe in shooting a motherfucker in self-defense. So what do I mean by that? I mean that if I was out there that night, and they could count me on this, fuck with me if you want to and find out. Like we say, fuck around and find out. Excuse my language. But if I was there that night, when they attacked Daquan, I swear on everything from the head, from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet, I would have shot them. I love animals. As a matter of fact, to the extent, everybody that know me know I'm plant-based. I'm vegan to that extent. I've been that way since I was 13 years old. I believe in animal liberation. But let me explain this to you, though. So I love animals. But I would have shot in self-defense. Because according to Bad Elk versus the United States, which y'all can look it up, Bad Elk versus the United States states, Bad Elk, B-A-D, next word E-L-K, versus the United States. It states that if a police officer unlawfully detains you or someone you know, put your life in imminent threat or danger, that you can kill them in self-defense of the person's life or your own life. So if I was there that night, according to my right, I would have shot in self-defense DeCaver's ass. I would have shot Carlson ass, and the fucking dog Rocco would have been dead too. So I'm saying this to say that. Yeah. All of us who have a right to carry and bear arms, do not allow yourself to be in that situation. I just saw a video the other day with I think it was a young Arab brother was in the vehicle, and they were abusing him, attacking him, doing all kind of shit to him. So I'm saying in self-defense, don't allow yourselves to be put in that position. If you're out there and they have A dog, you know these damn dogs is trained to bite you in your neck and bite your face. If you have your firearm with you, immediately in self-defense of your life or someone else's, imminent threat or danger coming, shoot that motherfucking dog. Shoot the dog.
Shoot the dog.
And then the dog that sucked the dog on you from him, meaning it will be DeCavers or Carlson in that situation, in self-defense, you shoot their behinds too. Because all of them are criminals. The dog don't really know no better. They train the dog to be an animal, but we know how that goes. If me or you had a dog and the dog mauled our neighbor's face, bit our neighbor in the neck, they gonna put our dog to sleep. Period. Our dog will die. Our dog will be euthanized. So what I'm saying is that euthanize the dog on spot and euthanize the two-legged dog that sucked the dog on you or on that person. All power to the people. All power to the people. All power to the people. So when we say we're gonna be nice, it's step to it. Like I said, the first time we was very nice. This time we're a little less nice. When we go to Lansing, we're gonna be a little less. But let me not pre-do. With this process, it's another 30 days. We're gonna be in Lansing in 30 days. So I'm not gonna pre-speak that what's gonna happen. I'm just saying that if we don't get our results, there's steps to not being nice. So we want that to be clear. And I'm not gonna cite by name, but someone who is very level-headed, still based on what has happened, said we'll be peaceful until we can't be peaceful anymore.
Right.
All power to the people. All power to the people. No justice.
No peace.
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 So again, Becca's recusal. That's where we at right now. Again, Becca. Actual prosecutorial misconduct, dereliction of duty, unethical actions and behavior. That's first. But we ultimately will have our experts deal with this for criminal complaint and charges against Becca. Because the police themselves are criminal. You can't just put together an actual, fake police report. Somebody got a gun, don't have a gun. And we strongly believe that if any gun existed after the fact that they put that there, or just stating it, and we know Becca knows better, you can't do that type of stuff. So also that as well. So what we will be doing is making it clear that this city will be the precedence for a change. A precedence for a change when it comes to accountability of the police. We know that after George Floyd was murdered, after he was murdered in Minnesota, they act like they weren't going to do anything. They had so many words said they weren't. But it was because the people stood up. Not only did they have to do something, all power to the people.
All power to the
All
people.
power to the people.
All power to the
Not only
people.
did they have to do something, but it went nationwide. And it set a precedent. And I'm going to tell y'all something, because you got a lot of people who want to disrupt and unite us. And a true revolutionary knows the people are the power.
Yes.
So racism, white supremacy, xenophobia, and sexism is very horrible things, and homophobia, very horrible things that exist today in this society. But we also want to make it clear what George Floyd was an example of, the actual response to what happened to him. Before 1676, there was no such thing formally as racism or white supremacy. It didn't exist. To the extent of what we describe as race and white race did not exist. What happened in 1676? It was the Bacon Rebellion, where black slaves and white slaves got together to fight the ruling class. And once this happened, they made it clear this can never happen again. So they established racism, white supremacy, white privilege, racial warfare, and a class system along with that to fool masses of white people as well, impoverished white people, regular, not the ruling class white people that listen. They may be oppressed, but you're better than them because you're white. And this is why a lot of the people in the MAGA element, red states get the most welfare, Red states get the most social services, but they would vote against their self-interest because of the weaponization of racism and white supremacy. And we must never fall into that. I say one of the most powerful uprisings the people had was George Floyd. Why was that? Because white soccer moms was out there, Arabs was out there, Chinese people was out, Indian people was out there, women in general was out there, black people was out there, brown people, everybody was out there, and that made the difference. So after that, if you notice, they start charging police in cases. It was only when this old raggedy, senile, crazy, sexual predator Donald Trump got voted back into office that he started enabling the madness and using ICE as an example on how to do that. So with saying that, we must understand that we are the people and we must be united. We must fight against the system of oppression. And here's the other thing I want to state. There will be no change in America if the people are not united. Because the people united can and never will be defeated. So we have to understand that it's not one of our fights. It's a tier system the ruling class uses. At the bottom of that tier system is white people and marginalized white communities. Above that is white women. Above that is LGBTQIA+. Above that is different various immigrant groups like Chinese, Arab, Indian, etc., and Arab. And then above that is the brown community, Latinx, Hispanic, whatever term they try to throw out there, and indigenous. And above that is black people. So it's all of our fight. What Portland, Oregon should have showed us was that Portland, Oregon is called the whitest area in America. The whitest city in America.
Right, Utah.
Well, Utah's a little whiter, but Portland ain't too far behind. And they went there and raised havoc in hell. What they did to Renee Good and Alex Pertine showed us something as well. See, in most of the white community, something we experience all the damn time, white people may never have saw experience. You know how many times we've experienced where they kill us and they're like, gun, you just got a gun. That's what they said about Alex Pertine. They've been doing that to us. We don't even have a damn gun. They'll drop a gun on us. Some of y'all may not be old enough to know about Mark Furman, but he's dead now, rest in peace. But here's the thing. In the O.J. Simpson trial, he was someone who came up heavy. And there was recordings of him talking about the misconduct they do in law enforcement. He talked about how they carry 3 guns, he said. He said they carry their sidearm, they carry a backup gun, they carry a drop gun. And the drop gun is what they drop on you. Usually they scratch the serial numbers off, and all of that. And you got to think about it like this. If Daquan, which he did not, but if he had a gun, where's the ballistics? Where's the fingerprints? Where's the gun with the finger? Where's all that stuff at? The point is that they'll drop something to justify or say something to justify. He talked about a lot of things. They used to have this thing called the Good Old Boy Roundup in Tennessee, where judges and prosecutors and police throughout the country would come and talk about how they were going to move on oppressed groups. They even had look it up, the Good Old Boy Roundup is what they call it. They even had a watermelon that said this is how you bust a N-word head open, and had black baby dolls hung on ropes and all type of stuff. But my point of saying this is that this has not changed. We know the history of law enforcement in this country started on the plantation with the slave patrols and the paddy rollers. You can't have a system, especially the system that we're under, capitalism. I know some people are like, oh my God, but let's keep it real and 100. Capitalism, as it exists today, started during the chattel enslavement of black people, the exploitation of one human against another human being. And after that, it continues. Capitalism can't exist without the exploitation of one person by another person. That's why there's a dog-eat-dog world. Nothing in this world is for free. What do you mean nothing? I'm breathing right now. Water is free. And not only is that free, the things in life that should be free are free. The only thing that we don't have that would not be considered free is the things that the capitalists want to put a price on. So my point in making this clear to everyone is that in a system like that, law enforcement was established to impose that system on the ruling class. And a lot of people, when we say socialism, they're, oh my God, you're talking about handout. Doesn't it say in the Constitution that the welfare of the people, that the Congress is supposed to be basically in charge of the welfare of the people? That wasn't it FDR who started what he called, the New Deal. And when the New Deal was established, ultimately you got Social Security coming out of that, VA benefits coming out of that, FHA, ultimately HUD, and all these things coming out of that. And when the welfare system was started in America, it was called patriotic. It wasn't considered patriotic after Dr. King. When Dr. King stood up and he fought hard and he had them do the Voting Rights Act, the Civil Rights Act, and all the housing things and immigrant acts, then they started switching it. And it was Reagan who started coming up with the concept welfare queen, and now it became another thing. But I say all this to say that in a system of exploitation, the police become the weapon against the people. But we cannot have anything powerful or successful without all the people united. So we must change that precedent in 1676. That we the people, all of us together, all of us together, is the revolution. We the people, all of us together, is the liberation. And I will say this, we've always said this in the Black Panther Party, that I may die, any of us may die. We may be anywhere, we may be locked up somewhere. But one thing you must always know for yourself and for us is I am a revolutionary. Can you say it with me? I am a revolutionary. I am the people. I'm not the pigs. I am a revolutionary. I am a revolutionary. I am the people. I'm not the pig. All power to the people. 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 And you may try to kill or arrest or detain a revolutionary, but you can't do that to the revolution. Death to fascism.
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 Now, here's the next thing in the next move. Who wants to take a stroll down to the police department? If you want to, raise your hand. Okay, good. So, it ain't too far.
I got messed up legs.
Somebody talked about maps or something, so I guess we gotta have maps. I heard somebody somewhere said that. But I don't know. I don't know where they at. But somebody said that somewhere that we gotta have some maps. I don't know what that means. That's another topic for another time. But anyways, so let's be clear before we make that actual move. Before we go there, let's be clear. We made it clear that in 30 days, it will be this Monday, we'll be starting the process for the refusal of exit, the complaint against exit, and now it's to the Attorney General. So within 30 days, we're gonna put the information out there when we all will be in Lansing. We will actually be following up on that process. But no stone will be left unturned. No action will be left restricted or hindered. We are here, again, we're not terrorists, we're not criminals, we're not doing anything crazy. We believe in self-defense, and yes, we're revolutionaries, but we are scientifically and empirical revolutionaries and revolutionary socialists. We're not reactionaries, but we do believe in self-defense. So at this point, I guess we could make a move to the police department. If everybody cool with it? Okay, so for those of you who are from Grand Rapids, I would like for y'all to probably be like closer to the front. Yes. Oh, I apologize. Come on, comrade. Any other comrades here that are in support from any other groups at this particular point in time, please come up and express yourself. How you doing, comrade? Right? Yeah. Power to the people. All power to the people.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
Cops say get back, we say fight back. Get back.
Fight back.
Get back.
Fight back.
What's up? My name is Bryce. I'm an organizer with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Now, in the past 4 years alone, we've seen at least 12 officer-involved shootings right here in Grand Rapids, 9 of which happened on the southeast side. 11 of 12 of those were Black and Latino people who were involved. Since Daquan's murder, we've seen Chris Becker, The same man who refused a retrial for Patrick's murder make the cowardly decision to not charge Christopher Carlson and Austin Dykevers for Daquan's murder. Shame!
Shame!
We've seen GRPD terror continue in our communities, as just this past week, Emran Sharifi was brutally assaulted during a traffic stop. At the same time, we've seen all sorts of efforts from city officials to pull the wool over our eyes, to try and convince us by giving us a policy review and a new police chief, Trey, that they're giving us justice. But you tell me, is it justice when GRPD is still hunting down, locking up, killing, and brutalizing black and brown folks on our streets like Emran and Daquan?
No!
Is it justice to just swap out one police chief for another so that he can run defense for the same old GRPD that serves and protects billionaires like the DeVosses while terrorizing poor and working class communities on the southeast side?
No!
Is it justice when all the major news outlets in this city talk about Daquan carrying a gun and his rap sheet, but have not printed one story about who he truly was as a father, a son, a singer, and so much more to our community? So what is our task right now as fighters for justice? Because we know real justice won't come from Chris Becker, it won't come from Chief Trigg, or any of these other city officials. Our task is to turn towards the people. There's a saying that real politics begins where the masses are. Not where there are thousands, but millions.
That's right.
Our task is not for us to be out here today as some sole heroic fighters. It is to go to our people and build the forces capable of getting justice.
That's right.
To reach out to our people, to speak with them, not just at them.
Yes.
In this country, there have been many heroic fighters. Ella Baker, Martin Luther King Jr., Huey P. Newton, Kwame Ture, and so many more. But victories, like the Voting Rights Act of 1965, were not won by these fighters, but by the masses of people who were incredibly disciplined and willing to fight together through some of the worst repression this country has seen. Now, right here in Grand Rapids in 2020, the local and national uprising against police violence pressured at least 3 city commissioners to support a proposal to reduce the GRPD budget at the time by roughly $9 million. The city attorney then made a ruling to prevent the commissioners from voting on this proposal. But this struggle showed where the power to change this city really lies. It lies in the hands of our people when we have the numbers, the discipline, and the willingness to fight. And you know what? I've seen that willingness firsthand. I see it from all of you today. Over the past few months, our party has spoken with hundreds of people on the southeast side in the Baxter neighborhood. The vast majority of them do want justice.
Yes.
But some of them are afraid. Some of them are not sure how they can contribute. And we as organizers can't wait for them to come to us. We have to go to them. It's wonderful to see everybody that showed out. But we cannot be satisfied with this.
No.
Are you satisfied?
No!
I'm not satisfied. I'm here to build with the working class until hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands are fighting for justice in this city. How about y'all?
Yes!
All right. Well, then when you leave today after this march, I want you to not leave empty-handed. Take home with you one of these posters. They're completely free that my comrade over here is going to hand to you. They're created in collaboration with Daquan's mom, Angelica, and we're going to be spreading this across the community in Grand Rapids, building support for this struggle, letting people know how they can get involved. We want to show the people of this city the spirit and character of Daquan in the way mainstream news refuses to do. And if you want to get busy in the struggle for justice, then before you leave, you can tap in with us as the PSL or the other organizations here. We're a fighting organization committed to building with the working class people of Grand Rapids and all across this country. So let's turn to our people, not these city officials, and build until we have the discipline, the forces, and the organization to win justice in this city. Do y'all want to win?
Yes!
Do y'all want justice?
Yes!
Justice for who?
Daquan!
Justice for who?
Daquan!
Justice for Daquan Trey Johnson and every other victim of police violence in this country. Thank you.
All right, everybody, give him another round of applause. Yeah.
All power to the people. All power to the people. Say his name.
Daquan Johnson.
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 So at this juncture, what I want everybody to do, let's give ourselves about, I'm going to say like 2 minutes or 3 minutes to prepare to go to the pig pen, aka police department. And then we will be returning here after we get there. Everybody's good with that?
Yeah.
Very good. And for those of you who are from Grand Rapids, I would like for you to be closer to the front or the middle. And for those of you who are guests, right behind that. And let's do what we gotta do. And like I said, somebody said we need a map. I was still on. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna just keep it where I'm keeping it. They said we need a map for the police department. I don't even know what that means, but that just sounds like a big statement. But it is what it is. All power to the people.
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 And I don't need a map. Yeah, so about 2 minutes. Get yourself together, drink some water, do what you gotta do, and let's take a move.
Let them start. How are you guys?
We can do it on there. Yeah.
Administrator and activist alike, journalists, of course, march down to the police department where we're going to have a statement from Dr. Ali Hamid regarding the police brutality. That's the huge thing. So he's done. Oh, yeah. I think both. Looking forward to
Okay. So if you're Grand Rapids, and then we are these are
The National League of the Revolutionary Black Panther Party, also psychologist, activist. So today we're here. We gave prosecution the best of 30 days to actually reopen the investigation of Daquan Johnson. And also be careful with the murder of Daquan Johnson. And also to suspend the K-9 unit of the Grand Rapids Police Department because it's definitely an ethical training to train dogs to fight people in the dirty and to fight them in the face. That means that you're training these dogs to kill, and that's wrong. That's very illegal. So at this juncture, the vendor has not been cooperative at all. For a person who speaks about it, who specializes in people being cooperative, he has not been cooperative. What I got from his office, from people inside his office, he's actually afraid and don't know what to do. So we will lead the way on what to do. So at this juncture, we are going to do the process of having him recused, and we're also dealing with the process with the Attorney General Grievance Commission. I think that's how you call it. To have a formal complaint against him for his license and his position, for prosecutorial misconduct with a bias in favor of him, because from our vantage point, he acted as if he was the defense attorney for the police rather than the prosecutor getting justice for victims of what we all saw as murder. And it seemed as if he helped to embellish the lie that the police said, because nowhere in the medical examiner's records in his personal effects is there a gun missing. Gun isn't listed as evidence. And there's a lot of different problems and issues that we have. And lastly, he cited the Patrick Viola case as a reason for not charging, and that's totally, I'm going to say ignorant. That's what he's an attorney, And so that's where we're at right now. So we will, once we start the process, there'll be another 30 days that we'll be here, but it will be Lansing this time. And we're putting it on the power of the Attorney General at this point to make sure that proper justice is served. So that's what we are.
beneficial refusal is up on the table.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
What's the next steps of that? So just come over here.
Yes, the same 30 days. It doesn't take that long to build to even do something to that effect. So same 30 days process. We need that this time.
It's going to sound like a silly question. Why do you think we're here today?
Oh, well, basically, we gave 30 days to actually do the right thing. And we made it clear to people are willing to looking back in 30 days to follow it. You know, if he did the right thing, he would still come back. And if he, like he did not do the right thing, so we to make it clear what our next steps are. And to, you know, mobilize the people and the people. We also tried our best to get that. And all he did was he was very uncooperative. Somebody again who specializes in being cooperative. He's not being cooperative.
You got the
well, definitely, they want murder. I'll just but I will say that very supportive and wants justice all the way, you know, by any and all means.
Is there anything else that you can think of that I'll be here today or the process?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a precedent that we're setting so often in the history of the United States of America. When prosecutors say they're not going to charge them, you know, people go home, activists, you know, get discouraged, and people back away, not knowing that these are just opinions. It's not the end. That those opinions can always be adjusted or changed, and things like what we did with that. We opened the investigation and charged these officers. So we just want to make it clear as a precedent that we want the people to understand. Any situation like this, stand up. Don't go back, go forward. Forward, go backwards.
Anyone else? All right, thank you.
You're very welcome. All right.
I'll grab that mic.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah. 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 Go ahead. As in 250 years.
Yeah, like what's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on with this country?
Well, yeah, the U.S. is celebrating 250 years of including quotation marks of freedom. But for us, we're still oppressed people. We're just as oppressed as we was prior to 1865, during 1676 and beyond. Not to us, the chattel enslavement, the slave laws, ultimately they had black codes after that in Jim Crow, and we're still experiencing that under structural racism that exists today in America. So for us, it's not anything to celebrate. We have nothing to celebrate. 250 years, we're still hundreds of years. We have not gotten reparations or restitution for our Let's think about it like this. If a woman is unfortunately abducted by someone human trafficking, let's say the man name is William Johnson. He gets her, her name is Pamela Smith, and he's like, hey, your name is Pamela Smith, but right now your name is going to be Lily Johnson, and I'm going to send you out here. She's recovered. When she's recovered, does she still keep the name Lily Johnson, or she goes back to her name Pamela Smith? We are hundreds of years still carrying the names of the people who raped us, who psychologically, emotionally, and socially deprived us, to the extent that it's empirical in psychology now, that the actual, we have intergenerational trauma that goes back to 16 generations. As a psychologist, I have quantitative studies. I have diagnosed that we as a people suffer from something I call a traumatic black African Holocaust disorder, a traumatic black Holocaust disorder, which are in that 86 different moralities, and it's a spectrum disorder. So let me explain this to you, which I actually deduced. One example is this. A black person could be driving a vehicle, committing no crime at all. But a police officer pulls up behind our car, we get nervous, we don't know what to do. That's insane, but that's a part of the psychological trauma that we have dealt with. Not only that, economists have stated that it would take black people close to 300 years to actually catch up to white people economically. So we as a people, as the UN established, the transatlantic slave trade was the worst crime against humanity in history. So we as a people, we suffer from hundreds of years of genocide, ethnic cleansing, crimes against humanity. And not only that, when people have a Holocaust like we had, they get restitution and reparations. We have not gotten to repair us emotionally, psychologically, socially, and economically. Some economists say we're owed $6.2 quadrillion in liquid reparations. But we want everything to repair hundreds of years, meaning that when they give that to us, it has to be a few 100-year platform that they put together, and that's what it is. So for us, no, there is no freedom, there is no liberation that we have to celebrate. We have issues that's horrible in our community. The psychological issues are horrible. How we interact with our families, how we do things, what they call in sociology, regular economy, or blue labor economy. But we have to do things to survive that we didn't have to do had we been a people who were not deprived of those things. So our last thing I'm going to say is that according to international law, poverty is a crime against humanity. And we're hiding in poverty. And that poverty has to do with our oppression, structural racism, and our enslavement. So 250 years means nothing. But I will say this. The Republican Panther Party will be in D.C. July 4th. Starting off in Virginia at Gravity Point Park at 9 a.m., we'll be doing an armed march called the Armed March for Defense of Our Lives in America. And that's at Gravity Point Park in Arlington, Virginia at 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And then we'll be on the DC side thereafter. And that's another thing we'll be doing with other comrades at that particular time.
And one last question, just for the international audience. What is the psychology of carrying weapons, and being black at the same time here?
Well, in United...
What statement are we making?
Well, first and foremost, we carry weapons, of course, for self-defense. And also in actual logic will show that you can be armed and not be a violent person or criminal. The stigma of black people being armed in America have always been criminalized. That during slavery, black people couldn't have guns. Slaves could not have guns, but they have laws that stated that all white people should be armed. And that's basically the context of that. To the extent that the United States Constitution, Second Amendment states that there's a right to bear arms and it's not supposed to be infringed. So what a right is this. A right, if you're born in America, right is attached to your birth certificate. That's like how it goes. And if you are naturalized, the right is attached to your naturalization. And you step on America, there's still rights that you have as a human being. So the point of us being armed is to self-defense and to show that we are human beings. Like back in the day, we would have a sign that say, I am a man, or I am a human being. Today, this represents our humanity. According to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 3, it says every human being has a right to life, liberty, and security of person. So we have an international law right to defend ourselves. One Article 51 says the same thing, and the U.S. Constitution, the Second Amendment says. So we are armed because our human rights. Our human rights, Article 3 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, are right for life, right for security of person is the concept. And that context. We're very good. And to the people of Barcelona, we love y'all. Yeah.
Oh.
Here's the best team. Donald Trump and that's a two. I'm a.
Yeah,
I also got.
Like the one sitting down.
In which direction?
Straight with the carousel.
Oh, I'm not 100% sure. Because I thought that they had said, someone said mother, and then someone like called her over, but then she didn't actually speak. So like I didn't actually hear her say that, like, I'm the mother of.
Not ready. It's like mine is already turned off.
I took the rubber part off.
Oh, really? Okay.
So that it won't do that.
That doesn't sound good. Any water? Good.
I have it.
You want some water?
No, I'm good. I
Sorry.
All right, y'all. If you can hear me, um, what I'm gonna do is I'll keep an eye on this. I don't know if anybody wants to continue to watch, but when they reach the police station, I will pull it back up. But seeing as nothing's going on right now, I might just go ahead and let it rock for a little bit, and then come back on if I see any more news that needs to be had. Thank you everybody for paying attention. Thank you everybody for being here. For those who donated to help channels like this one specifically, who not only will cover stuff like this, but you may not know, I speak with Dr. Ali Muhammad frequently. We have a direct line of communication. So I knew that this was coming up. I've been trying to promote it for a while. I put a few videos out on here and on Instagram and on TikTok. So you'll know that if you donate to this space, what you're doing is you're helping to continue that line of communication. You're helping not just somebody who's going to press play when something is live, but a constant contact with the groups and the organizations that do the good work, that do the good trouble, the hard work. It's appreciated. Thank you for those who donated. Thank you for those who are watching. Thank you for those who care. All power to the people. I'll let this go for 60 seconds or so.
People watching, they
Then
had
that's
a
it.
rally here at the City Hall, and the only the thing that we're waiting on is that they were saying that they're going to march to the police department. So just sort of having a pause in between there, but that's why we're kind of just watching as people are talking to each other and so forth. That there will be a march to the police station here in Grand Rapids, essentially any minute. Yeah.